This is episode 72 of Outlander Cast with Mary and Blake. All the way from Providence, Rhode Island, welcome to Outlander Cast. It's a podcast dedicated to the show Outlander on Stars.
Sing me a song of a lass that is gone. Sacred that lass, the eye.
Is that your voice, Mary?
Mary of soul, she sailed on a day over the sea to
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm your host, Mary Larson.
My name's Blake, and I think it's about time we start giving some awards away. What do you think there, kiddo?
I am so incredibly excited. I've been waiting for Outlander Awards forever. And now we've got a slew of them. This is so exciting. So I just really want to welcome all of you. This, of course, is a live cast. So exciting. So welcome. I feel like I need to be my best Effie Trinket. Welcome to the Casties, everyone. The first annual Casties. The Casties of 2016. It is the first ever fan award show for Outlander, which I can't even believe that this is the first one, because you would have thought with Outlander being so popular as a book for so long that there would have been award shows before then, but there weren't. So we got this. And joining us to help spread our love of Outlander is one of our most treasured members of the Outlander Cast blog. It's Holly. So why don't you introduce yourself and say a little something, Holly?
Hello, everyone. Super excited to be here. I'm super excited. This is awesome. I can't wait to give out some awards for this amazing season.
Amazing it was. And we're crossing our fingers that the Outlander Cast blog editor-in-chief, Kendra, can come and join us. She is all the way across the world, literally. She's in Japan right now. So, the powers that be, we're just hoping and crossing our fingers she can join us. So if she pops up, you will also be greeted by the amazing Kendra. So Holly, of course, as I said, is one of our amazing staff writers, and she is also the brains behind this entire project. So, Holly, can you tell us a little bit more about this fantastic idea and why you thought it was necessary to have a fan-voted award ceremony for Outlander?
Well, after the season ended, it was, the last episode was absolutely amazing. I mean, it totally saved me as a fan. I was kind of going a little bit down at the end, but huge leap back up. Episode. It was amazing. And just going through some of the episodes after they were done, I like to revisit them again and again and again and then again and again. So rewatching them, I really came to appreciate the episodes. Ones that I hadn't liked before, I was like, oh, now I get it. And of course, all the scripts that they give out, looking at that and looking what they missed and all the things that were fantastic with the show. And I realized that, like, wow, we really need to reward the cast and crew the crew as much as we can. I mean, we can't see some of them at all, right? But for sure, we need to reward them for their a tremendous effort, really.
Speaking of tremendous effort, there was not only tremendous effort, of course, by the cast and crew and everyone that we love so dear from Outlander, but there was awesome effort and participation from the fans who voted, correct?
Oh, yes.
And how many were there?
Almost 2,000 people voted. So that's a great turnout for us. We're very pleased. Very pleased. So, yeah, and a lot of great feedback from the fans, like saying it was the questions were really hard, and they're supposed to be hard because if you're a fan, you having to pick between 6 things that you love is really difficult, but you have to choose. Mm-hmm. And that's what people reported back, is that it was really difficult to make one choice from so many good things.
Awesome. And Blake, what are your thoughts about the Casties process?
I actually didn't do a damn thing. No, I mean I did some stuff, but this was all Holly and Janet's, another one of our amazing, beautiful, fantastic blog staff writers. This was their idea, and they obviously they asked for opinions and they asked for help, and they were looking for a little bit of guidance, so I was there to help that. But I am so excited just to be a part of it. I'm honored, and I can't believe that these guys here thought of this great idea. I mean, just like, man, we deserve an award system for Outlander, especially because we got snubbed so bad for the Emmys, and I mean, what a waste of time, right? I mean, I'm so happy that the likes of Terry Dresbach and John Garrett Steele got nominated, but for Emmys, but where was everything else? I mean, Katrina Balfe, at the very least, in my opinion, is worthy of an Emmy nomination. And what about Bear McCreary? Are you telling me his work in France, in the adding the harpsichord and everything, that's not deserving of an Emmy? No. I mean, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Right, Holly? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. You know, it's amazing. Actually, if you didn't know, the Emmy Awards ceremony is happening this evening for Terry and for John Gary Steele. Yeah. It's
Really?
happening this evening. Yep. Yep. So I guess we'll find out soon enough whether or not they won their Emmys. Fingers crossed. But absolutely. I mean, Katrina, you know, I've watched some of the other shows that were nominated, and you know, kudos to all of them. They were fantastic actresses, and you know, in the scope of things, there are, you know, this is the golden age of television. 420 scripted television shows last year, up to 500 for next year. They're predicting. I mean, 500 scripted television. I mean, remember the dial on your TV only go up to 13. Anyways, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I know that she was among some glorious company for, you know, to be considered, but I mean, she's just an amazing actress, and the things that of course were put on the table, which was anywhere, I think that was up to episode 7, right? Faith, right? Everything up to Faith was included in this year's Emmy nominations. For cast anyways, and I can't believe, I mean, she really stole that show for the first 7 episodes. I can't believe she didn't get nominated. So
I mean, I get the fact that maybe Outlander isn't going to win as a show overall, like best drama or whatever, and maybe not even nominated, because it is a niche show, I think, for a niche audience. So I get why the Academy wouldn't be in love with it. But there are the technical things. Obviously, some of it was it was nominated for. But I mean, the very fact that somebody like Bear McCreary was not nominated is really annoying. Really annoying, because you have the jabroni from Limitless, you know, who's nominated. I mean, with Limitless, what the hell kind of crap show is that? And what kind of crap music is on Limitless? You know, and you're telling me that's better than Bear McCreary? I know. Listen, you all know that I'm a fanboy of Bear McCreary. You all know how much I have a man crush on him, and I'm proud to admit that. Okay, totally proud. But it really gets my juices flowing that he was not nominated. That's just my opinion.
I'm glad you said juices flowing. I was worried what you were going to say there.
Ooh, it was coming close, but this is somewhat of a PG-rated show, so I'll leave it like that.
I've watched a few episodes, you know, like doing things where I'm not actually visually watching the show, and just listening to the voices, listening to the music, and it's stunning. It puts you right there, the right tone, the right mood. His music is just fantastic, and just that alone is incredible. So yeah, it's disparaging when he's not nominated for sure.
Right. Well, unfortunately, it looks like Kendra is not going to be able to make it, I don't think, right now at least. So why don't we just continue with the award ceremony and all the amazing stuff and all the amazing votes that all the listeners have brought in. What do you think, kiddo?
I think that sounds like a plan. So I'm going to start things off by announcing the first category and telling you a bit about the nominees. So the first thing was for your favorite Outlander Season 2 moment. And this was for Above and Beyond for the individual acting scene by Sam Heughan. So this is what we're starting off with. We're starting big, guys. What was your favorite Sam Heughan moment? The entire season would be my vote, but that wasn't an option. So it was down. The different answers that people could have had were in episode 4, building a fortress and hiding under a blade of grass. Be still my heart. I'm actually fanning myself right now because I'm thinking back to that moment. Episode 9, the King of Men, when he rises to rally the troops. You know what I'm talking about, the sun right behind him. Or episode 13, the fight to the death scene with Dougal.
Ooh, I like that one.
Ooh, that one was intense. Episode 11, when Jamie resists giving Claire over to the British soldiers. Oh my God, such a gentleman and just hero till the end. Episode 6 was another option, with when Jamie sees Claire in distress after the duel. Oh, you know, when they end, like literally the episode ended right there. Jamie! Oh my God. Episode 10 was the leader of the battle in the charge of Prestapans. That frickin' fog, man. That fog did me in. And episode 10 had another nomination, saying goodbye and bowing to Claire before he headed off to battle. Oh my goodness gracious. Episode 5 was another nomination, when he asks and agrees to wait a year before killing Black Jack Randall. And the last nominee was in episode 13, the finale, when he says, Lord, you gave me a rare woman, and God, I loved her well. That entire speech. You know, when you hear that last nominee, it kind of makes sense that, of course, that's the one that won. It was like the bow on the top of the gift. It was the finale. Lord, you gave me a rare woman, and God, I loved her well. That entire moment. Thank you, Jamie Fraser. King of Men, right there, summed it up. So congratulations. Episode 13 quote, you are the winner.
And that was a big margin there. I mean, most of the votes there, at least.
It was over 50%.
50% went to that.
Yeah.
Vote. All right, let's do the next one.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to mention something about that one. You know, the line that's in the book, honestly, I've read it a few times, and it's okay. I thought it was a little cheesy in the book, but when he said it on camera, unbelievable. He said it in a way that I've never thought about it in my brain ever. I'm not surprised that one, for sure. It was amazing.
Panties across the country, across the world, fell to the ground as soon as that was said. Yes,
Pretty much.
I'm taking it there.
I'm just going to keep fanning myself. I'm going to have no comment with that, Mr. Larson. All right, Holly, you get to dish out the next award.
All right, this one's for the individual acting in a scene by Katrina Balfe. Episode 7, During After, Louise Takes Faith Away. Episode 13, Claire reliving her past on the Lallybroch steps in 1968. Now, I mean that in particular, that's had quite a lot of fan comments just in our gathering. I mean, that whole episode was pretty amazing. Episode 1, when Claire screams at the stones after realizing what she lost by coming through them. Episode 7, realizing with Jamie that their life has forever changed for the worst. Also episode 7, when Claire asks the nun where her baby is, only to realize the baby's died. Episode 9, the portrayal of Claire's PTSD. Episode 1, Claire's desperation and breakdown after discovering all hope is lost. The Jacobites did actually lose at Culloden. Episode 10, saying goodbye to Jamie at Prestapans. And episode 7, when Fergus reveals his rape to Claire. Oh, that was a really sad scene. And, so drum roll, it was actually during and after Louise Takes Faith. Almost got 50% of the votes from episode 7. That was, oh my gosh. Absolutely heartbreaking. I mean, the whole episode was heartbreaking, but that particular revisit when we went back and had to relive her time at the hospital. Oh, yeah, very tragic. Excellent.
I haven't been able to rewatch that episode without becoming very emotional. And often when I watch shows and I've seen something that has actually made me cry. I mean, I don't cry that frequently when I watch television shows, but when I have rewatched that episode, gosh, that moment, it gets me every time. So I am not shocked that that one won.
Well, I think it's only fitting that I get the next one.
I wonder what it could be. I wonder.
It's
Because
only
you're
fitting.
Team Frank?
This is the next Casty Award is for Above and Beyond for individual acting in a scene by Tobias Menzies. And like I said, this was intended for me, I really do think. The first one is episode 5 when Jamie and BJR meet for the first time after Wentworth, and then they agree to a duel. The second one is for a punch as love for his now dead brother Alex. The next nominee is destroying the Wakefield's shed in rage. I really like that one, by the way. The next nominee is raising a hand to Claire in anger after she reveals that she is pregnant. And then the next nominee is Frank revealing his infertility to and discussing the true meaning of fatherhood with Reverend Wakefield. And the last nominee goes to that moment when Claire first tells him that she is pregnant, and he thinks, for one brief moment, that the child may be his.
Duh.
And as we all know, how much I loved this entire scene, I too am not surprised that this took it. This took it to the House. It was not even a question. 48%. The Casty goes to that moment when Claire first tells him that she is pregnant, and he thinks for just one brief moment that the child may be his. Oh, unbelievable. So the Casty goes to that moment.
It's kind of interesting that fans really, there's like landslide victories for these scenes, and like fans really know the main cast and what the best that they delivered. I'm impressed.
Well, we had the landslides, and now we're actually going to move on to something that was somewhat of a close call, actually. So, like you said, our lead actors all had everything they did was extraordinary, but the moments that really won, there were no question. But the next category for the Outlander casties is for Best Supporting Actress, and this one had a bit more of a challenge. It was a bit more of a race. So, our nominees were Nell Hudson, as Blake likes to refer to her as a leg hair, and Rosie Day. I can never say Claire Simone. Am I saying that right?
Sure.
Yep.
Frances Delatour, Laura Donnelly. I have hair goals. I just want to have all my hairdos look just like her. Instead, I look like a lion. I just look like a lion. Sophie Skelton.
You look like Simba.
I do. I'm a Baba. He my number Baba. And Lottie Verbeek. So I'm really excited by who won, and I'm not surprised who came in very close. Second, third, fourth, fifth. My God. I'll tell you this. Nell Hudson, you got Leary, and nobody likes Leary, so sadly, you got 1.44% of the vote. Poor thing. You know, and I always feel so bad when a character that you're supposed to hate just gets hated in general. I think Nell needs to get more than that because we don't like Leary and we're not supposed to. So, Nell, I'm going to give you an extra 2 thumbs up. If you're tuning in, don't worry. Don't worry. You did a great job that people hate your character, and that's what you're supposed to do. Nonetheless, with 25% of the votes, it is my hair goes girl herself, Laura Donnelly. She won with 25% and coming in neck and neck were Frances Delatour and Claire Simone.
Wow.
Isn't that literally? So Laura was at 25% and Frances and Claire were both neck and neck at 20%.
Claire Simone had 2 more votes than Frances Delatour.
That's it. That's it.
Wow.
So what's really cool about this is that there was just, I feel like this is the year of women. I don't know. Maybe it's the Game of Thrones in me, or maybe it's the fact that we have like a female presidential nominee, no matter how you feel about politics right now. But girls are kicking butt. I can't say the word I want to say right now because we are live on air and there might be children tuning in. But women are kicking butt. And there is a strong female cast in Outlander. And I'm so excited that we were able to give them their due diligence. So, Laura, congratulations because you won the Best Supporting Actress. All right, Holly, who do you have for Best Supporting Actor?
Yes. We have the king himself, Lionel Lingelser. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know if I've ever heard his name actually said out loud, except for like Lionel. But Dominique Pignon, who played Master Raymond. We also have Stanley Weber. I think it's Weber, but I'm not
I'll
sure.
go with Weber.
Yeah, okay. Who played the Comte. Andrew Gower, of course, Bonnie Prince Charlie, and Simon Callow, who played the Duke, and Rick Rankin, of course, who, is, wow. I mean, for next
Roger.
season, holy moly.
I'm fanning myself again all over for Rick.
I have some beard envy. I mean, you have Laura Donnelly hair envy. I have Rick Rankin beard envy. That guy's beard is fantastic.
It is.
It's
It is.
glorious.
Mary, I am going to challenge your theory that fans just didn't vote for people they don't like as characters because the winner is the Comte.
Oh, yes, I'm so excited.
So Stanley Weber, and then in close again, right? Because almost the same situation where like there was a sort of like a three-way, but I mean he won, but Simon Callow and Rick Rankin came in right behind him. So that's the surprise though. The surprise is Andrew Gower. I mean, did not he play the best hated, most like jerk of a man, in Bonnie Prince Charlie? I'm so surprised.
We hated him that much.
I think so.
He is the Leary, the male Leary.
Yes.
Definitely. I just hate that guy's face. Just, oh my God, he's such a
Mock
dick.
me.
The Comte kind of reminded me of those people in high school that were like so snotty and like you knew they had like
Right.
bad hearts, but you were like, I kind of want to sit with them at lunch. I don't know why, but I kind of want to sit with them at lunch. Just to like rub shoulders with them. And that's how I felt about the Comte. Whereas
You know what?
Bonnie
Mary,
Prince?
Claire did sit with him at lunch.
if I could drop my mic, I would for you right there.
Boom.
Oh my God. You know what? As much as I didn't like the character necessarily and the things that motivated him and the things that he did,
Mhm.
Stanley Weber kicked serious butt as the Comte.
Yeah.
I thought he brought a real good intensity, and I really thought he acted his butt off, given the material that he had. I thought he did a fantastic job. But for now, it is time to move on to the next category for the casting, and that is our favorite 1740s Highlander actor. The nominees are Grant O'Rourke, Stephen Walters, Graham McTavish, Gary Lewis, and Duncan LaCroix. I'm going to say LaCroix because that's how is it. Yeah, Duncan LaCroix.
LaCroix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll leave it to the Canadian to tell me how to say it. And this was not even close. This was it was not even close. It was a complete. This was the biggest landslide yet. At a whopping 72.31% of the vote, my boy, the casting goes to Murtaugh. Duncan, you know what? Holly, say it for me.
LaCroix.
There you go. That's it.
Can you even do that with your mouth?
Roll.
You know, la, 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 to roll your tongue, Blake. It's a like. Okay, I
Yeah,
can't.
no, you do it.
I can do it.
Yeah. Good job.
I
What
can't
language
do it.
did you take, Blake?
I took Spanish for about 5 minutes. All
I
I
can
know
tell.
all I know how to tell you is Puedo ir al baño, which means can I go to the bathroom? Get out of class.
Oh, well, let's get back to Murtaugh. I am so excited about how well he did, how well Duncan did. I fell in love with him as well. I fell in love with half the people on the show. It's a good thing I didn't travel back in time because I don't know what would have happened. I would be like, do you want to marry me? Do you want to marry me too? Does everyone want to marry me? Let's do sister husbands. That would be,
Sister husbands.
and they'd be like, what are you talking about? And I'd be like, don't you watch that show? Oh, well.
No, sister wives. No, you don't. Oh, you don't have a TV. That's right. Oh.
That's right. All right. So moving on to the next category, which is for Outlander social media fan favorite. So this is Holly. Actually, why don't you describe this category a little bit?
It's just basically fan engagement. It's mostly done on Twitter, I guess, in terms of just giving updates on what they're doing, work-wise or personal-wise. And just trying to like engage a little with the fans. I mean, Stephen Walters did a great job in the last few months, just posting videos of himself. He was like singing, doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, but it was fun. It was really fun to watch. So it's just basically how well I mean, Terry Dressback's on here too, so how well cast and crew are engaging with the fans.
Awesome. So we had a slew of people, as you were talking about, but I am not surprised by the winner. I mean, no one honestly came close. The only one that kind of made a blip on the radar was Terry, and I feel like Terry is honestly the most social person out of the entire cast and crew online. But someone just takes it up a notch with sharing some life, some encouragement, some really great selfies. Sam Heughan. Thank you. Thank you for being online and social media, because you, my friend, have won 72.65% of the votes for the Outlander Casty social media fan favorite. And Holly, why do you think you won?
I don't know. I'm stumped.
It's the quality engaging material. That's what it is.
It's all those pictures of him with a dog. I mean, but
it's the ones on the mountains that I'm sure get everyone.
Listen, this is all I'm hearing right now is like the guy that says, "Oh, I read Playboy for the articles." That's all I'm hearing right now. Okay, that's. I'm just gonna say that. Leave it. I'm gonna let the ether take it. How's that?
That's fair. But to be true, and I know that we had an awesome article up on the Outlander Cast blog this season about why Salmon truly hit Sam. Do you like how I just made him one name? I called him Salmon.
Ooh. Salmon. Woo. That makes it a lot easier.
I'm not drinking a lot of whiskey. Yeah.
I'm actually drinking whiskey.
No, I am too. I was joking.
Yay.
Wait, I'm the only one not drinking tonight?
I think so. As long as
you're the producer. You're working right now.
I know.
You're the one working. Holly and I are just the talent right now. Nonetheless, Salmon, you are the fan favorite, Sam. Salmon.
Hashtag Sassenach wasted over here.
I can't help it. Holly, let's talk about a favorite episode. Favorite episode for the casties.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have an extensive list like Anne did for her blog post, which was amazing, by the way. So if anybody's had an opportunity, definitely check out Anne Gavin's blog post on her review of the episodes. It was fantastic. Even Diana Gabaldon really liked it, so definitely check that out. But episode 1, Through a Looking Glass Darkly. Episode 5, Untimely Resurrection. Episode 7 was Faith. And episode 10, Preston Pans at the battle. And of course, episode 13, Dragonfly and Amber. And of course, I'm really not surprised. It was Dragonfly and Amber won half the votes for that, for sure. Faith came in a pretty distant second, but it is pretty good. I'm kind of surprised that Preston Pans didn't take a little more votes than it did, because that was probably my favorite of all the episodes, I think. But yeah, so Dragonfly and Amber, I think what's pretty much won all the fans back. If you'd been lost at all, that definitely would win you back for sure. Amazing episode.
Amazing, because it's like Amazing Grace. What was lost now is found.
Oh my God.
Random. Came back. You came back, Blake. You know it. You came back.
Keep drinking, will you?
I will.
Listen, I loved Faith, and Faith is well deserving of an award. But like I said during the season, Dragonfly and Amber, in my opinion, was probably the best episode that Outlander has had so far. Mm-hmm. And that's hard for me to say because I really love specific episodes for very specific reasons. Garrison Commander, Faith. But I think Dragonfly and Amber really does take it and really does deserve the award. So the next one would be a favorite episode director. The nominees for this are Metin Hussein, Philip John, Douglas McKinnon, and our boy Mike Barker. Unfortunately, Mike Barker didn't do so hot.
How sad.
I know he didn't do so hot in this one. He only got 4% of the votes, and he's my boy, and I think that's a little tough. And my choice, Philip John, came in second. I really liked Philip John's work, especially in the finale, the last 2 episodes. Beautiful work, but running away with the 55% of the vote was Metin Hussein. So, listen, nobody has to agree with me, but you're all wrong. I'm sorry, that's just how it goes. But the Cassidy still goes to Metin Hussein.
I love you, Blake. I love you. You know who else I love right now? We're having a conversation. For those of you who are joining us live via YouTube, there's actually a conversation bit, like a chat area, and Laura Robertson just wanted to chime in on Sam Heughan. She said, come on, you know that if Sam Heughan was a choice in any category, that he would win. He would win favorite actor who plays Mrs. Fitz if he was nominated. So I'm going to take this moment to remind all of you who are watching to please join in the conversation on the YouTube chat. Gosh, Laura, you hit the nail on the head. I just had to let you in there. That wasn't obviously an award, but that would be amazing. That would actually be so fun. Like if they did that on Snapchat, like if everyone pretended to be Mrs. Fitz. Sam would win. Sam would win. You're totally right.
His name's Salmon. Let's get it right.
Salmon would win. Oh, I'm getting all verklempt again. All right. So the next award goes to favorite screenwriter. Now, I feel like you can't choose. I'm glad. I mean, I did this, but who I voted for didn't even win. Wow, I'm really excited about this. Because a lot of what I voted, I was like, yes. But this is something that, wow, okay. So the favorite screenwriter nominees were for Tony Graffia, Matthew B. Roberts, Ira Stephen Bear, Ann Kenny, Richard Kahan, Ron D. Moore, and herself, Diana Gabaldon. And I know that I didn't vote for Diana. I love Diana, but I didn't vote for her. But she, gosh darn it, won! Way to go, Diana! I feel like she needs an award from us for real, and she'll be like, what is this? I wrote the books. Of course I should have won. Of course I'm the favorite screenwriter. So I'm really, really excited. Diana won with 25% of the votes. Coming in very close were Matthew B. Roberts with 20% and Tony Graffia for 18% and Ann Kenny for an 18%. So the runners-up, the salutatorians, if you may, they were really close. Nonetheless, it was a really great match. What I am surprised about is the lack of love for Ira Stephen Bear. He did not do well. He got 2%. 2.
He wrote Preston Pans, people.
Right?
Preston Pans. The best episode. Oh my gosh.
Maybe
bang my head against the microphone as hard as I can. Oh, I'm so disappointed. How could? Oh, listen.
But did he write the second episode?
Yes, he did.
Did he? Oh, I think that was. You know what? We just do not forgive him for that.
No. But the man wrote Garrison Commander. He wrote all the great episodes so far. Yeah. And he wrote Preston Pans. Come on now.
Oh my gosh.
How about Richard Kahan? Richard Kahan, literally, as we all know. This is public. This is public knowledge now. He and I, we're boys. Like he's admitted to this. We're boys, and I'm surprised that he didn't get more love either. I'm really surprised he only got 5% of the vote. What are we talking about here? Of course Diana wins. Of course she does. I'm gonna leave it out there.
But that's it. But that's it. You know what? We just have to appreciate that Diana, of course, won. This is her brainchild. Without Diana, there would be no Outlander. Period. So, you know what? I get it. It's like when you have the valedictorian that you're like, of course he's valedictorian. He's been valedictorian since kindergarten. The real race is the salutatorian. So there you go. Favorite screenwriter, herself, Diana Gabaldon. Holly, you have a very, very interesting category coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us.
I have season 2 wouldn't be as amazing without you. And that's the first one is cinematographer Neville Kidd. Now, those scenes of Scotland, those glorious images, I mean, unreal. He's fantastic. Casting, I mean, has anyone been miscast so far. I think we've had some amazing experiences. So that's Suzanne Smith. Costumer, Terry Dressback. Of course, we all know about her. She's terrific. Set production is John Gary Steele. Ooh, too much of that. And then, of course, we've got the music composer, Bear McCreary. And for sure, it's Terry Dressback. I mean, the costumes of France, even down to the jacket that Jamie wore from his father. I mean, unbelievable, dresses and suits and everything worn by the cast this season. Just phenomenal. So I'm not surprised at all. That's great. It's great.
I concur. I love Terry. I love Terry on social media. I love how passionate she is about her craft. We were able to go to the from Paris to Scotland event, and another person. I just want to sit next to you. I just want to sit at your lunch table. She's not mean, but I want to sit at her lunch table. She is quite amazing, and I 100%. That's who I voted for. Just in case you didn't know, that's who I voted for.
I wanted to argue for Bear McCreary, and I really wanted to argue for Neville Kidd. And a good shout out goes to Steve McNutt, who is the other DP for Outlander. Yeah. But even I, fanboy galore, could not argue against Terry Dressback. I mean, she knocked it out of the park with the costume designs. Truly fantastic. The next one is the favorite France set. Now, we all know that these were designed by John Gary Steele. Thank you very much. He's the man. So let's bring up the nominees. The first one is Jamie and Claire's apartment. The next nominee is Master Raymond's apothecary. The next nominee is the Versailles exterior. The next nominee is the Star Chamber. And the next nominee is Madame Elise's. And no surprising outcome. Although this is the tightest race so far, the winner is the Star Chamber at 31% of the vote. And a very close number 2 was Jamie and Claire's apartment, coming in at 30%. And then Master Raymond's apothecary came in third with 29%. So much of the Outlander community was divided, although I feel like the right choice was made. Do you guys agree?
Oh yeah, what a stunning set. I mean, when we first saw it on the show, it was just incredible. The Star Chamber is an amazing piece of work, and then to see it behind the scenes and look at the detail that's gone into it. Holy, it's incredible. He did a fantastic job. Fantastic.
I did not vote Star Chamber. I didn't win this category again, guys. I'm very upset. No. I was an apothecary lover, and I think it's the science nerd in me. I just wanted to pause, and I wish I could just rotate and have like a panoramic view of everything that was in there. I wanted to go and visit that set and look at all the little vials and everything. I wanted to smell it. Like if anything could have a scratch and sniff in Outlander, I would want to scratch and sniff in that apothecary because that would be amazing. No, like. Not everything smells bad in apothecary shops. I don't know what you think it smells like. Some probably do.
That hanging alligator, it don't smell good. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how much shellac is on it. It's not going to smell good.
There's some other good things that smell good in there. So I was very excited to see it come to life. But I can 100% appreciate the Star Chamber. So, yes. Talking about sets, the next award goes to the favorite Scotland set. When we returned to Scotland, I feel like all of the Outlander fandom just went, we're home, right? It's like when you go on a long vacation, like a little bit too long of a vacation, and you're like, I just want my own bed. I just want my own fridge. Like, I'm sick of eating takeout every night. Yes, it's exciting, it's exhilarating, but come on, I just want my own spoons. So we got home to Scotland, and we really got to love and appreciate some of the sets that were there. So we had the Standing Stones as an option. The Wakefield Mackenzie House as another nominee. Lollybrock was another nominee, whereas the Fraser Encampment, I think that was a really, really cool idea that it was a set, because it was a set. Yeah, it was outside most of the time, but hey, it was really cool. And Lord Lovett's Castle, that damn Leary showed up at and ruined everything. Nell Hudson, I still love you. I still love you. So, the winner, once again by a landslide, was Lollybrock. Now, why? Why was that a landslide? I'm going to let you two delve into this.
Listen, Lollybrock is the winner because it's the most familiar for all of the Outlander fans. And especially when Claire goes back there and sees it and hears the voices and sees Jamie in the archway and it's the mist and knowing what happened there and how she finally found a home, she finally felt at home, found her blue vase, and then it was
you're gonna make me cry.
I'm so poetic, I know. No, she finally found her blue vase, and now it's ripped away from her. And even when she is there, it is in shambles, and it's a mess. And the pain in her face as she looks upon it. People really loved Lollybrock, and they wanted. I think they voted for it because they felt exactly like Claire. It was a place of familiarity. It fell apart, and I'm back again, but it's not the same. And that is what made everybody feel so strongly about it. Holly, what do you think?
I think I'm going to follow you on that.
Welcome to my life.
Summed it up, Blake. Perfect.
Excellent.
All right, Holly, why don't you do the next category for us?
All right, this one's for favorite French costume. Claire's homage to the Dior bar suit. Of course, there's the red dress. Claire's Versailles garden dress. Master Raymond's apothecary jacket, which was beautiful. Jamie's outfit at Versailles, the one during the day, was like a cream color outfit with the Duke. Comte Saint-Germain in the Star Chamber. Jamie's dinner party jacket. Holy, we have a lot of categories. And of course, the Claire's dress in the Star Chamber. The beautiful green dress with the cape at the back. Gorgeous. Anyways, but fans voted for the red dress. That won by quite a lot too. So I mean, the red dress. That was just stunning. It wasn't exactly as what was in the books, I guess, but the way it looked on Katrina Balfe, unreal. So I can see why fans would love that dress for sure. And of course, coming in second and third, almost tied, was the Dior bar suit and the Versailles garden dress. So, which I believe the garden dress was actually Katrina Balfe's favorite dress.
That was my favorite. I want to have a modern version of that dress.
Was that the one with the dishwashing gloves?
Yes.
She found that fabric in the basement of a San Francisco fabric store.
Wow.
Yeah. Very impressive.
Very, very impressive. Oh, awesome. All right, Blake, we're going to switch gears, stay in the costume realm, but we're going back to Scotland.
Favorite Scottish costume, and the nominees are Jamie's father's leather jacket and kilt. My dad's coat. Got my dad's coat. Jamie's plaid jacket and kilt. Claire's traditional green wool dress. Claire's, I don't even know how to say that.
Arisade.
Arisade, okay. Claire's Arisade, the belted upper body wrap she wears on the road. Blackjack Rendell's civilian outfit while visiting Alex in episode 12. And the last one goes to Dougal's warrior chief outfit. Although I do like Dougal's outfit when he's just running in the mist, no shirt on, just kilt, things flopping around, man boobs following him behind.
Oh, there are plenty of things flopping around, I'm sure.
But
traditionally, yes, there would have been a lot more flopping.
I think they went naked. Actually, did they not?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But Ron was like, we
real.
can't do that.
Yeah. That would have been awesome.
It would have. It would have.
No, I don't think it would have been. Not gonna
That
lie.
would have been the best reveal.
It wouldn't be. Never mind. I can't say that. There are children probably watching.
I think that might have ruined Preston Pens for you, Blake.
Oh, you know what? I'm just going to go on with the winner, and the winner, just to get this over, is Jamie's father's leather jacket, coat, and kilt. That's the winner. Next.
Oh, yeah.
You got to do the saying. You got to do the saying, Blake.
My dad's coat. My dad's coat gets the casty. All right, move on.
All right. I'm like all verklempt right now.
And it was a landslide, by the way. My dad's coat won by like 1 billion. He had 57.49% of the vote, so that was not even close.
All right, we're switching gears entirely. Let's stop talking about Naked Dougal and all the rest of the clan. And we're going to switch to our favorite intimate Jamie and Claire moment. Now, this, when you think about Outlander, especially as a book reader like myself, intimate Jamie and Claire moments, there are tons. But in season 2, it was sometimes lacking, and people wanted, especially like sexually intimate, like physically intimate, but even just the tenderness. So when those moments were there, when we weren't at battle, when we weren't in the hospital, when we weren't doing all these things, when they did have these intense, intimate moments, it really, really resonated throughout the fandom. So I'm excited to announce these nominees because they're going to bring back a lot of great memories. Not great, like, oh my gosh, that's such a happy moment that I remember, but just I felt a lot during that moment. So, this one was, first nominee was Honey Pot. Yep. Here I am getting all emotional, and I'm like, oh yeah, when you waxed your vajay. So the Honey Pot. The post-commando raid.
Keeping it classy up in this podcast right here.
Listen. I don't know who I am right now. Jamie's Gaelic prayer for Claire, the gifting of the apostle spoons to the Baron. Jamie speaks to the Baron in utero, and Jamie and Claire's embrace and kiss before he leaves to fight at Preston Pans. Okay, so you got all that. You got all that resonating in your brain, because the winner by a fair margin was Jamie's Gaelic prayer for Claire. And that won at just shy of 40% of the votes. So the second was Jamie and Claire's embrace and kiss before he leaves to fight at Preston Pans.
I'm actually surprised this one didn't win. I'm quite surprised this one didn't win. I like the Gaelic prayer. It was beautiful. It was emotional. But that kiss and that embrace, it was like finally the real kind of intimacy that we deserved as a fandom, and we got it. And it doesn't win. Holly, why do you think that this didn't win, or why do you think that the Gaelic prayer, for Claire won?
I don't know. Actually, I thought for sure I voted for the embrace right before Preston Pans, and the bow. I mean, him bowing to her like he did on their wedding day. I thought that was just so utterly romantic. But the Gaelic prayer done for Claire, that was the first time that the language had been spoken where it had been subtitled. And I think that is what made the difference this time. Like, a few times we'd heard the language before, like in episode 16 of last season, season 1, when Murda and Jamie were having that sort of like heated discussion. We had no idea. I mean, we were supposed to assume what he said, but we really didn't know the intricacies of what he said. Whereas this, we knew what he was saying. It was up there on the screen for us. And I think that, beside the emotion of just hearing him say it, understanding truly what he was saying to her, it was incredible. I can see why fans would love that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sticking with things that fans love to hear, our next category is Best Dialogue. So why don't you take it away, Holly?
All right. So for Best Dialogue for nominees, we have Prince Charlie and Mark B.
Damn that man.
Oh my God. I'll comment on this later. Jamie, when he says the only way to live it is to carry it together in episode 7, Faith. Murda, when he says, I won't have you dying for nothing. I won't. I'll be dying with you. In the last episode when he says that to Jamie. Claire in episode 7, Faith, when she comes to Mother Hildegard and says, when it comes to sacrificing my virtue, Mother, I'll add it to the list of things I've already lost in Paris. And then episode 5, when Jamie says, Jesus, God, Claire, you stopped me taking vengeance on a man who made me play his whore. Oh, that is I love that line. Oh my gosh, I love that line. Of course, the last episode 13, when he says, Sassenach, you've not been a day late in your courses in all the time since you first took me to your bed. Jamie and Claire, Blake shaking his head. He's like, yeah, no, that doesn't do it for me.
Such a suck up.
Jamie and Claire, when they talk right before they're about to get on the horse and go to the stones in episode 13, when he says, "You are my home," and say back, "You are mine, but this home is lost." Oh my gosh. Okay. Dougal. The last one is Dougal when he says, "Oh brother, so you turn your back on me one final time," and then of course he dies. So, anyways, the winner of this particular category, it was not Mark Me.
Thank God. Damn
It was ring. It was the "You are my home and you are mine, but this home is lost." Oh, that was, to me, that's one of the best lines for sure.
Bring on the tears. Bring on the tears.
You know what? I just want to give this to all of the fans who did not vote for Mark Me. Okay, this one is for you.
A winner!
Thank you, because that line was so overused, and he just is such a dink. I hate his face. Prince Charlie, you suck.
I'm so surprised you didn't play Mark Me right now. I feel like I need that one.
Oh.
Your Mark Me song. Because
Oh, no, wrong one. Hold on, here it is.
that's how you felt about it.
Please hang up and try again.
Yeah, that's right. Hang up and try again, Charlie. Dink. Sorry.
All right, Blake. Well, let's keep this humor going and let's talk about the funniest scene in all of season 2 because there were a lot actually.
Yes, there was. The funniest scene nominees are when Jamie meets Fergus and he retrieves his stolen Sonny, the prostitute bite marks, and to buy or rent a dildo, Blood Bucket and Big Head, Murtaugh's about time attitude when Jamie killed Dougal, you're gonna need a larger fan, and after the constipated king expresses his distaste for peasant food, Jamie states perhaps this would be the perfect time. And the winner in a relatively good competition here was Murtaugh's. I'm sorry, no, it was the prostitute bite marks. That was the winner with 21.51%.
No, it wasn't, Blake, and you're not drinking.
Oh my God, no! Wow, I misread that. No, I'm. You know what? I feel like Steve Harvey right now. Sorry, I made a mistake.
You are actually not Miss Universe. Let's just take back
You're not
the
Miss
crown.
Universe.
You did not win funniest line.
The funny scene actually goes to, with 30% of the vote. I don't know how I screwed that up, Steve Harvey. You're going to need a larger fan. Okay? We're gonna leave that there. You know what? Move on. Again.
I'm so glad that happened during the funniest scene one. Had it been like a most tender moment, sad thing, of course it had to happen then. Steve Harvey. Oh my goodness. I can't even handle
I'm
you,
not even
Blake.
drinking. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Better.
Okay. Well, we are going to change gears. And we are going to talk about the saddest scene. So we have to, you know how in Madagascar when the lion's like, hey. All right. So changing the mood a little bit. Saddest scene besides the finale, because whatevs. Finale 101. So we just kicked that one out. Okay. The options were when Claire discovers the baby has died. When I'm going to start freaking crying with all this.
I
My
know.
God. When Claire holds her baby. When Claire tells Jamie about the baby, when Angus dies, when Claire arrives back through the stones, and when Claire offers his conditions to Claire and she agrees to accept them. What the heck was that sound?
That was for you. You had a Maryism.
I can't read. What did I say?
You said when Claire offers his conditions to Claire. It's when Frank offers his conditions.
She just can't say that name.
I know.
I can't.
Why?
Well, that one lost. That was not the saddest scene. So don't worry, Frank hate. Okay. I do not think this would be a surprise, but the award. I feel weird talking
No,
awards.
see, the Casty.
The Casti goes to when Claire holds her baby as the saddest scene besides the finale, and that was over half of the votes was that scene. And then
Mhm.
following in suit were when Claire tells Jamie about the baby and when Claire discovers the baby has died. So Faith made us all cry and made us all emotional, and so anything having to do with baby Faith, one, saddest, but most importantly, when Claire held her baby, that was the saddest scene.
And the song she sang during that. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Can't
Oh.
I can't even handle it. All right, I'm gonna need to switch gears, Holly, if that's okay with you, because as I told you, I can't even handle that scene without getting sad. So take us to the next casting.
All right. This is the best storyline adaptation from book to screen. So we have Jamie's PTSD. I don't mean to laugh. We have.
That's
Okay.
for you, Holly.
Thank you. There's Claire's PTSD. We have La Dame Blanche, Leary's scheming, Annalise de Marillac, and Monsieur Foray. Those are the nominees for best storyline adaptation from book to screen. And the fans did not vote for Leary. No surprise there. But what fans really loved, this completely surprised me given the backlash of how long it took for him to get out of this funk, was Jamie's PTSD. In the end, I think Katrina and Sam, who pushed the writers actually to make the PTSD symptoms last a little longer for Jamie, it worked. Fans loved it. So that was the best adaptation. Yep.
I'm going to chime in for a moment from our YouTube comments. Laura Robertson is back at it again, and she wanted to say that actually the saddest scene should have had another nominee. The appearance of Jamie's beard. That should have been a saddest scene, says Laura Robertson.
Oh,
Laura, killing it tonight.
oh,
That beard was pathetic.
That's
That
almost-
beard-
Pathetic.
That was a set nominee, wasn't it?
I don't know what was hated more, Leary or Jamie's beard. I do not know.
Man, worst beard since Jack's beard.
Oh.
I'm lost. That was.
Oh my gosh.
Yowza.
Yeah.
Blake, do you want to take this next one? This next category? It
Oh, I
is.
would love to.
Yeah, I thought you would. I thought you would.
It's the wait. Make sure I'm on the right one here. Yes.
Yeah.
The best everyone needs a Murtaugh moment. The nominees are when he offers to marry Mary Hawkins, when he counsels Jamie on how to best fight Black Jack Randall, when he chides Jamie over not fighting Black Jack Randall, when his reaction to Dougal's death is, "What's to do then?" When he gets his due reward and is found in bed with Suzette. I loved that moment. I thought that was fantastic. When when they take down LeCompte and how he looks after Fergus at camp and when on horseback. And the casting goes to when he offers to marry Mary Hawkins. And I think that was fairly obvious. I think that's a fairly obvious choice. And I'm glad that one won.
Mm-hmm. But I loved that line that he had in the finale. What's to do then?
Right.
Jamie reveals he's just killed Dougal, like a main.
He's like, yeah, what's up? So what?
Come on. What's next? Come on. How can I help you out? Where are we gonna put the body? Come on.
Murtaugh was all about killing someone this season. He was just like, it's the easiest thing to do, so let's just kill somebody, please.
Let's just cut some throats.
There we go. So, Holly, we have one award, one castie to give, and I would love for you to be able to announce it because this is your baby. So let's have the last castie of 2016.
Well, I just wanted to just give a little bit of background why this was even a castie award. For all of the things that we'd heard through the Gathering Facebook site, which I encourage everybody to go to and join. It's a fantastic group of people, very respectful, very knowledgeable. Holy mackerel. I mean, if I have a question about the books, or the TV show, there's people there to be able to answer. It's fantastic. But there's been a lot of like things that occurred along the season that you're like, what? Like, how is this even possible? Like, some of the things just didn't add up. So anyways, this is the category for we love you, Outlander TV, but really, WTF. This is the worst of the missing scenes and things that didn't add up, including some like major plot holes. So the first one was in episode 5, when Jamie, from episode 5 to then episode 6, when Jamie tells Claire, like, didn't touch me, and then the next time we see him, he's rubbing her feet. I mean,
That was mind-boggling. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh! Maybe that's an effective marriage. I do not know, but that's just not how I see the world. Okay, why La Dame Blanche didn't emerge in the Culloden war room? I mean,
seriously,
honestly, when you need her the most, she doesn't come out. I mean, all those other times you could have just left her; it would have been fine. But like, you don't think the prince would have been spooked by the White Witch at that time? Anyways, Jamie's great news that Blackjack Randall survived Wentworth. I mean, when he just turned and said it was great news.
yay!
What? Okay, I mean, I know it's a twist, but it just didn't. It wasn't even in his character. I don't know. It didn't make any sense to me.
It fell flat.
Yeah. Then, of course, I think this was episode 12, when he tells Claire to go and hang out with Blackjack Randall all day in Inverness. I mean, the guy who like made you his whore, you're gonna let your wife go hang out. I mean, I know he sent Murda with him, but I don't know. Something just didn't add up with me. The reinvention of Frank Randall. Now this is a sore spot for some people who aren't Team Frank, who say like, "Wow, why is Frank getting so much time?"
All right, tread easy here. Tread easy.
I know. And then of course, this was episode 12 again, when this was like Game of Thrones does this beautifully. Their episode before the finale is usually even better than the finale.
Mm-hmm.
But in Outlander world, they decided to make it full of secondary characters, and so the penultimate episode didn't bring any momentum into the finale. So those are some of the things that we it was a quandary. But the winner for this, actually, it's more or less a tie in between the "Do Not Touch Me" to when he's rubbing Claire's feet the next time they meet, and then the penultimate episode with the secondary characters and no momentum into the finale. So it's pretty much tied that way. So we'll give it to them.
I got in a lot of trouble with a lot of fans for saying that the penultimate did not have a lot of momentum, and for all of you that backed me up on this one, damn right.
I backed you up, Blake.
Thanks, Holly. I know you had my back. I was so appreciative of that because it didn't have any momentum. It was that, and then it just that was the end. Yeah. It was like, okay, we're going back, and nobody. It didn't build up to anything that happened in the finale other than they had to turn around. And I thought that was just not a good way to end that episode, and it helped the finale not run the way that it should have ran. But my love, I think that is it. That is the final Casty nomination.
It is. It is. So there you have it, folks. The 22 Casties Awards have now been announced. Your votes were tallied. You've got to hear your winners. I am so excited. I think this was an absolute success. Holly, I can't thank you enough. This was a brilliant idea. And for everyone who has participated and voted and who's now watched and listened to this show, thank you, because so much of Outlander needs to be celebrated and needs to be given these awards. It's just awesome. So this was an amazing way to keep Droughtlander a little less droughty, if you know what I'm saying. So I hope that, Holly, I hope that this was fun for you. As I said, it was your
Yeah.
brainchild, and we're really, really thankful.
Yeah, it's great. I think, for now that we're in the era of binge watching shows, I mean, there's no doubt that when you've gone through an entire season, and if you choose to watch it again, there's nuggets in there that you did not see the first time. And I pride myself, I do some screenwriting, so I kind of know what I'm looking for when it comes to direction and cinematography and writing. But I missed some things, and I'm really glad I got a chance to like rewatch and really appreciate the show again. So I think as fans, this is our way of showing the show that of our love for it. It was a really good season in the end.
All right, my love, are you ready to close out the show? We close out the first ever Casties.
I am.
All right, let's do it.
So, Holly, where can listeners see more of you or hear more of you?
On the Outlander Cast blog. Please visit us there. Also, the Outlander Cast Gathering on Facebook is another place where the writers there are really engaged with the fans. So it's another great area to go and meet up.
Awesome. Oh, well, anyway, everybody, as Holly has just mentioned, please go to Outlander Cast blog, where you will find all the winners and results, everything there, everything for the casties will be put up on the blog shortly after this. And please also join the Outlander Cast Clan Gathering, as Holly and Mary have already said. It is really a truly amazing place. If you are here and you're watching this, or you're watching this later on, and you're listening to it now, please go there and become a member. It's a way to interact with myself and my beautiful bride, Mary, and my other beautiful bride, Holly. We can all interact together very well. It's a lot of fun and very respectful, and we can all just talk about Outlander and geek out and have fun with that. And then also the book club, too. Mary's brainchild, the Outlander Cast Clan Gathering book club. For those of you who are book readers and want to discuss book things and spare my virgin ears and eyes of all of those spoilers, the book club is an amazing place. And follow us at Outlander Cast and the Outlander Cast blog for all the latest news and updates regarding all things Outlander.
That's right. That's right. So as for now, ladies and gents, I'm your host, Mary Larson. And our guest, Holly, has joined us.
Bye, everyone. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
And my name is Blake.
And you've been listening to Outlander Cast.